I got started already on cutting these legs. I mean, that's easy stuff, cutting legs, but anyway, I got all the legs cut out of these 4x4s. If you saw yesterday's video, you are aware that I was prepping those boards over there for the surface of a new workbench that I'm gonna put in this corner over here. I realized that the nails I have, they're too short to get this framing part together. So I only have like 1-inch nails. So I need to go to Lowe's, and I'm actually gonna get screws because I have a screw gun and I think screws are easier. So I'm gonna screw this thing together. Screw this. Oh, Lowe's. I gotta be honest, I'm starting to get a killer migraine. So there's a ton of different colors that you can choose. It's hard to decide, but I think I like this one, Golden Oak. I don't want it to be really dark or red. I'm gonna finish it off with polyurethane, probably a lot of coats of polyurethane, because I want a real thick, hard shell that's nice and smooth on top, and this will give it that. I'm actually quite hungry, so I think I'll stop here at one of my favorite joints, the Timmy Ho.
Thank you for coming to Tim Hortons. My name's Julia. How may I help you today?
Hey Julia, I don't know what I want.
Oh no.
Waiting on my steak sandwich, got this strawberry delicious thing, so cold, so good, so cold. Time to put this thing together. Now we're gonna do this a lot like we did the table downstairs in my basement. So this will be like the top frame. So we'll set that like that, and we'll do this guy like this, and we'll set this guy like that, and our support posts will go inside. All right. Now we have to do that for every single joint all the way around the edge of this frame. So now that I've got this end together, I need to set these legs. So I'm gonna find level and screw pallets into both sides of the legs there and attach them to the frame. Alright, so I put my halves together, my two halves together, and then attach the two halves to two center legs. And then I'll put a support beam on the inside to keep them together. And I'm also going to put one here and here for the shelf. The shelf is going to also sit on these beams. So it's coming together. It's just takes a long time with one person. I wish I had a helper. Ask and you shall receive. My love came to help me.
Did you need help?
I did need help. This, I definitely can't flip this thing over by myself. Is that too tall?
No? Should be alright.
Yeah. Yeah. Where do you see the top? The top's gonna be so cool. Be so cool. I've reached a point on the table now to where I'm gonna start putting the top on. And I realized I can't do 45 because if I do, I won't have enough wood. It doesn't quite reach. So I'm just gonna eyeball this slight angle and carry it all the way throughout the table. And then once I'm done, I'll take the circular saw and just run along that edge and cut it off. course, I got about this far. And Veronica just peeked out the door and says, you need to be quiet. It's 9:57, 9:58. But till tomorrow. We'll finish it tomorrow. Hang out with me. Come here and hang out with Daddy. Wake up. Carson.
I'm tired.
Carson. My boy. No. My boy. Carson. Please don't go. Please don't go. Please. Come on, Carson. We need to go in the kitchen and get some coffee, dude. Let's get some coffee that'll wake you right up, okay?
Yes. Actually, I like coffee. I love coffee.
You gonna take a sip? Here, take a sip of my coffee. Take a sip. See, he's good. He'll be great. He was tired, now he's not. He's good to go. Where are you off to, darling? I like your bow. That's so cute. Yeah. Are you going to have Chipotle?
Yep.
You're a fiend. You're a fiend. We have a table to finish. So I went ahead and took care of some things off camera because I don't want you guys to be as carelessly dangerous as I was with cutting these corner pieces. And you gotta have the right tools. I can't stress enough. Make sure you have the right tools for the job. I cut these little tiny corners with the circular saw, which probably should have been done with a bandsaw or a table saw. So if you attempt projects like this, make sure you're careful. Here's our tabletop. I like the angle, everything looks pretty cool. Now we're gonna move on to finishing. And I have this big giant belt sander, right? A lot of the surface of this table is uneven. Some of these boards are bowed and whatnot, and I tried to knock them all down as best I could. So to make it so that it's not all jagged like this, and while we're working on it, we might need to slide things back and forth. I'm gonna take a fair amount of time, and probably a couple of these belts will be destroyed. But we're gonna try and sand as much of the top of this as possible to get it nice and smooth and prep it for stain. I should probably mention that I'm starting out with a very coarse 36 grit sandpaper. This will make sure that I knock out all the high parts, and then I'll finish it up with a 120 grit, make it nice and smooth. All right, guys, check it out. Smooth as a baby's bottom. It feels so good, and all the way around it, you can run your fingers over it. And there's no super high spots, which is perfecto. So basically the next step is to stain the top and then polyurethane it. Coat after coat after coat of polyurethane. I'm not going to do that in today's video because it's already pretty close to noon and we need to get this edited and uploaded. So we're gonna finish the rest of this table project in tomorrow's video. It's super easy, it won't take very long. It's just staining and polyurethane, but you get the idea. We made a really useful workbench out of just pallet wood and then these donated 4x4s. So I'm gonna go get cleaned up. I'm pretty dusty from all this sanding. So that's all for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. And we'll see all of you right back here for the exciting conclusion of our pallet workbench tomorrow.